and Mama in her kerchief, and I in my cap had just settled down for a long winter's nap. When out on the lawn there arose such a clatter, I sprang from my bed to see what was the matter. Away to the window I flew like a flash, tore open the shutters and threw up the sash. The moon on the breast of the new falling snow gave the lustre of midday objects below. When what to my wondering eyes should appear but a miniature sleigh and 8 tiny reindeer, with a little old driver, so lively and quick, I knew at a moment it must be Saint Nick. More rapid than eagles, they came, and he whistled and shouted and called them by name. Now Dasher, now Dancer, now Dasher, now Dancer, now Prancer, now and Vixen, on Comet, on Cupid, on Donner and Blitzen, and Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer, to the top of the porch, to the top of the wall. Now dash away, dash away, dash away all. As dry leaves that before when wild hurricane fly, when they met with an obstacle mount to the sky. So up to the hooftops the course they flew, with the sled full of toys, and Saint Nick too. And then in a twinkling, I heard on the rooftops the prancing and pawing of each little hoof.
Show them the picture.
As I drew in my head and was turning around, down the chimney Saint Nick came with a bound. Excuse me. He was dressed all in fur, from his head to his foot, and his clothes were all tarnished with ashes and soot. He bundled a bundle of toys he had flung on his back, and he looked like a peddler just opening his pack. His eyes, how they twinkled, his dimples, how merry. His cheeks were like roses, his nose like a cherry. His droll little mouth was dreaming up like a bow, and the breeze of his chin was as white as the snow. It's not cool how they decide that. The stump of a pipe he held tight in his teeth, and the smoke it wrenched.
Where?
That it
What?
wrenched. Encircled his head like a wreath. He had a broad face and a little round belly that shook when he laughed like a bowl of jelly. He was chubby and plump, a right jolly old elf, and I laughed when I saw him, in spite of myself. I winked of his eye, and a twist of his head soon gave me to know I had nothing to dread. Do you like this page? Isn't that cool how it's like all that? He spoke not a word, but went straight to his work and filled all the stockings. Then he turned with a jerk, and laying his finger aside of his nose and giving a nod up the chimney, he rose. He sprang to his sleigh, to his team diva whistle, and away they all flew like the down of a thistle. But I hardly him exclaimed, ere I had drove out of sight. Happy Christmas, Merry. Is it happy or? I always saw Merry.
Sure.
Merry Christmas to all, and to all a good night.
Good job, man.
The end. We recording.